Alright, welcome to the last chance review. I know the review I gave you won't have like the last three problems. I will try to go over them here, but I'm still having problems connecting anywhere online to where I can see it. It's very aggravating, but we'll do our best. Either way, let's look at this. The first question, and obviously I have 33 questions here. I'm going to try to knock them down to about 18, maybe down to 15. So there might be some, as I'm looking through this, I'm going to go, oh, I really like this. I'm going to make note of it. Maybe I use that one. So kind of keep that in mind so that this might be helpful, that some problems might be repeated literally word for word from the review to the test. So who knows? This is for trying to be special for those people that actually listen to this video. Anyways, 5m squared plus 2. Okay, so we're looking for something that says something like 5 times a number squared, or m squared, plus 2. And the correct answer here is C. M doesn't work because that's like saying, if you read it 2 more than the square of the product of 5 and m, that's like saying parentheses 5 times m, then square it. B is like saying 2 more than the product of 5m and 2, so you have to say 2 plus 5 times m times 2. And D is like saying the sum of, so we're saying sum of only those three things, so I add them all up. So that's the reason why the correct answer there is C. C is the closest one to saying 5 times m squared plus 2, because with the more than, they like to switch things around. Number 2, 15 decreased by a number, by twice a number. Now, decreased means minus, but it doesn't mean you have to switch, so we can keep things in order. 15 was first, so I'm going to put it first. Twice, which most of y'all seem to have a hard problem with, means multiply by 2. So the correct answer there is B. I like that problem mainly because y'all keep missing the word twice. A lot of y'all keep putting an answer of C, which would be incorrect. Number 3, you can just work that out. Use a calculator if you wanted to. You should get an answer of, I don't even remember, 12. C. So that one should be pretty easy. Maybe it's on there, maybe it's not. Number 4, just plug the numbers in, find the answer. You get like 137, so the correct answer is 137B. Number 5, like this type of problem because a lot of y'all missed it on the original test. Use the distributive property, rewrite each expression, then evaluate. Well, distributive property says I need to say 9 times 7 plus 9 times 8. Like you got to say 9 times 7, 9 times 8. So there's, I'm showing the distributive property. Then the answer of that is 63 plus 72, which is 135. So letter choice A. I really like that problem. Just saying. Let's see here. Simplify. Distribute. 9 times 3. That one's D. Distribute. I don't really need to do these again because I've already done it once, but I'll probably have it on there. If I were to choose one of those two, probably would choose 7. So I kind of like that one. But you can kind of see how I did those. All I did was distribute, multiply it all out, and there we go. Combine like terms, number 8. There was no like terms to combine, so the correct answer there is D. It is simplified. Number 9, distribute, which is what I'm doing there. And then combine your like terms. So I distributed, combine the like terms. 24 minus 8 is 16. So that gave me a correct answer of B. Kind of like that problem. Just saying. Number 10, there is no way in the world I'm writing that out. I'm going to be lazy on that. So let's look at this. The Ross family recently dined at an Italian restaurant. Each of the 4 family members, so the key on the word is 4, ordered a pasta dish that cost $11.50, a drink that cost $1.50, and a dessert that cost $2.75. Because, well, why not? Write an expression that could be used to calculate the cost of the Ross dinner before adding tax and tip. Then find the cost of dining out for the Ross family. Okay, so I want to show something that says I bought a meal, a drink, and a dessert, $11.50 plus $1.50 plus $2.75. But each of the 4 family members, so I need to multiply that by 4. So like parentheses 4 times. So A is out. So it's either B, C, or D. And the only difference between B, C, and D is which one gives you the correct number, answer. And D is the one that gives you that with $63. You could type that in the calculator and get that. All right. Notice here, number 11, kind of like this one. The sum of 5 times h and twice g. Okay, so sum means plus. 5 times h means 5h. Notice I'm not putting parentheses because I don't need to. Twice g, because y'all love twice, means 2g. And so the answer there is A. Translate each into a sentence. 9. And notice here, this is 9 times, what's it multiplying? It's multiplying a plus that's in parentheses. So that means I should say 9 times the sum. So I'm looking for something that would say 9 times the sum, which is D. I can just answer it from there. I don't even need to read the rest. Knowing 9 times the sum of y squared and x is equal to 18, or is 18. But, you know, that one is also a good question. Like that question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far I've already really liked 6 questions out of the 12. I'm batting about half. Number 13, super easy. Just add 8. So you should get 8. 25. D is 25. That's an easy question. Number 14, notice how minus and negative becomes plus, so I need to subtract the 8. Got negative 7. D. 15. Divide. Very simple. Multiply 2 numbers, you divide. Okay. 16, I like. 17, I like. Negative 9 times a number. Negative 9 times a number. Notice it was times, so I wrote negative 9n, which means I probably should put to myself net times, so I know that. And then I need to divide, and I would get positive 13. 5/6 of a number is equal to negative 5/9. So 5/6 of a number is equal to negative 5/9. Multiply by 6, divide by 5, and you would get negative 2/3. Maybe I use it, maybe I don't. I don't know. Some of y'all are going to be like, oh, but it's so hard. I'm trying to sound as whiny as y'all sometimes. Alright, number 18. I like this question. 18 says, a number divided by 4 is divided by 4. And then the quotient. All that means is that you answered the question. So you actually divided, and then you added that answer to 3. So that's why n divided by 4 plus 3 would equal 24. Subtract 3 from both sides. Gives you n divided by 4. Multiply by 4. You get 84. The answer is A. 19. I'm going to add 19, then divide by negative 12. Okay, again, these are things that we've seen before, so these should be quick and easy, and I shouldn't have to explain them too much in detail. So the answer choice for both of those was A. 20, I need to subtract 4 and then divide by 15. So I subtract 4 and divide by 15, and I get answer of 3, which is letter C. Oh, I didn't put that letter. No! Let's try that again. Dot, 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 dot. So the answer here was C. Whoopsie. Sorry, I forgot to give that to you. Alright, 7 less than 4 times a number is equal to the number. Okay, so 7. Okay, now let's remember this. Let's go back a wee bit. 7 less than. That means minus 7. Don't forget, whatever's in front of less than, not is less than, but just less than means minus. 7's in front, so it goes after the minus. Then whatever I say after that goes in front. So 4 times a number would be 4n. Or 4, oh, it is 4n. And then equals 13, so the answer choice there is A. You can solve that because there was 2 that said 4n minus 7. I have to add 7 and then divide by 4 to get an answer of 5. So the correct answer there is A. Maybe I like that one. I think I do. I'm trying to make note of the ones I like. Just keep that in mind. Here, definitely going to see one with variables on both sides. Remember, variables to the left, numbers to the right. You can see how I'm working them out. Notice I'm doing opposites. Minuses become pluses, pluses become minuses, and then you divide. Variables to the left, numbers to the right, then divide. Okay, so I did that on both of those. Should not be any problem whatsoever. Next one's 24 and 25. All we got to do there is solve and then graph. Those shouldn't be that hard at all. So the opposite of a minus 2.5 is add 2.5. This is a, let's remember, closed dot. When you see the arrow pointing to the left, closed dot, shaded to the right. Okay? So when the variable is on the left-hand side, I can follow the direction of the arrow. Some of y'all were forgetting to do that. Might be a good problem to have in the test. Just saying. 25. Notice what I do there. I'm going to go ahead and solve it. Then, before I graph it, I flip it. The reason why is because if I have it here, like this, notice how the arrow is still pointing to the x. When I have it like this, I can follow the direction. So when I graph it, I'm saying, okay, closed dot, it's pointing to the left, shade to the left. But if it's the other way, you kind of can't do that, or you got to think opposite. So maybe that's a good question to catch y'all on. 26, I'm going to omit. I don't like it. I hated that. I realized I didn't like it, and I don't know why I kept it in there. 28, the opposite of dividing is, oh, sorry, 27 went too fast. Come back here to 27. I know you saw the answer, but look at this. Okay, negative 4 times n. Okay, so right there I know it's down to C or D. Negative 4 times a number. Okay, the question is the phrase is no less than or is less than what that symbol right here, this greater than or equal to symbol here would be for? Well, if you look at D, is less than is that symbol, the less than symbol. So is less than is the D, and that's not what we're looking for, so my correct answer has to be C. Okay, so realize then that means is no less than is the same as saying greater than or equal to. Kind of hate the wording there, so I don't know if I'll use that problem. 28, the opposite of dividing by 16 is to multiply, so I multiply by 16. Notice how they do the answer choices. Not bad there. 29, the opposite of multiplying by 13 is dividing by 13. So we've got that. And then 30, I need to multiply by 5 and then divide by negative 3, which switches the inequality and gives me that answer there. Okay, so I've got a couple of problems here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I might probably add 1 or 2 more problems from those last 3. Hopefully I'll get some internet time in a second and be able to continue this without showing you, like, making a different video or something like that. But, you know, you've got this right here. And kind of go from there. Please make sure you have this review with you. Please make sure you use this review on this test. It would be very, very beneficial. That's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways, I'm pausing it for now, and I'll continue hopefully in a couple of seconds. Okay, I'm not able to get the last 3 examples because of internet problems, so I'll go ahead and stop here. If I do, there might be a part 2. You could look for that. Thank you very much.